So we are in that weekly support for GJ. All right. We're in this area that price has reversed from many times. And honestly, I think that if I get a full break, like this is the last lower high that the 4-hour created. If I get 2 bullish candle close above here, that's going to be more of a signal to me saying, okay, the lower highs on the 4-hour has broken. And even though this is not a structure point, I still understand where we are in the higher time frames, right? You know, we have, so we look to the left, right? So I have my random line. Goes right here. And I see this level right here, right? So I put the random line, bearish, bullish, right in the median of the wicks. We come over here and I see that it has only ever been respected so far. Now I can't take buys just yet because the lower highs on the 4-hour are still being maintained. I have to wait for a break, which is what I thought I saw here, right? So you have this lower high and candles above here. But I guess that was just like, you know, a weird market open, market close thing, which is cool. So yeah, my bias is still wait for the bullish transition on this on GJ right now. Yeah, that's it for that pretty much. So what I'm wanting to look for is like this pretty much break, higher low, continue bullish. This is pretty much the plan. But the thing is I have to wait for the actual break to happen. And that's just the part that hasn't happened yet. But the part that we're at is like here, where we have this last lower high in the 4-hour. And I'm just waiting for a break of that. Yesterday, actually, I didn't take sells on gold. I took buys because I realized that, well, one, the 4-hour lower high was only ever tested, right? So this was a higher low. This was a higher low. This was bearish, doji bullish. So it was still just tested this level, just testing this level. And ever since you had bearish, bullish, it's only ever been tested, right? So because my plan for this week on gold was already to look out for a bullish transition, you know, this is my overall take profit. But when I saw that we actually, you know, it was on the 1-hour that I saw, more like a 30-minute, but you know, we had this lower highs. If price were to actually go bearish, we wouldn't have had such a hard, solid push outside of this area. You know, you go on the 30-minute, you see bullish, bullish. I was like, okay, we're actually broke. We broke. So my signal for entry would be when the 15-minute lower high actually breaks. And we have these 2 candles, and I was like, all right, I'll enter in. Off a slight pullback. So yeah, in gold buys, and ideally the take profit is all the way up here. We have some news today, but I think most of the hardcore news is on Friday, NFP. Yeah, but for today we have news at 8:15 and 10 for the US dollar. I don't know how that's going to affect gold, but given that structure and its current flow is bullish, I'm assuming even if the news is good for the US dollar, we will get some wick rejection and then close and then continue bullish, just because, you know, price action structure, just prioritize that. So that's what I'm waiting for. I'm not sure I did. Because if it breaks on the 4-hour, I know it's going to give me like a nice solid candle close outside of here, just like how gold did with this. Like some candles like these is what I want to see on GJ to break out of this level, you know, especially given that we're in a somewhere that has, you know, close, that has rejected before. But if all that is incorrect, if price wants to continue going bearish, this would be the reason why. Point A, point B. Right now it's just at a 23.6, but you know, of course, if price wants, it could continue to go could just reverse from here. But however, if I do see a bullish break, like, yes, it's still in the bearish fib. However, my bias won't be bearish at the moment because I understand where we are and I'm not about to sell into to weekly support. And the main thing that I'm looking for every time I'm waiting for like price to turn around on the weekly time frame is a break of the 4-hour minor resistance, like over here. All right. Price didn't start turning around until these highs broke. See how that looks with these solid candles. Look at that. It's just like how you had gold close out with the strong bullish candles breaking. Like, it wasn't a question about it. It was full force with these solid candles. So that's pretty much the same vibe that I'm looking for over here on GJ. If the break happens today, I'm pretty sure my entry will be tomorrow, unless I get like a nice full break and then some type of pullback and then an engulfing. That's the only way I'll be able to take buys for today because, you know, the break hasn't actually happened yet. But since London is actually starting off at a low in support, there is a good chance that volatility can break this resistance. Because one of the patterns that I realized is when London opens more at a low than a high, it has a higher chance of going bullish for the day. If London opens at a high, let me try to find an example. For example, when London opens at a high, see 3 o'clock right here, look to the left, you're at resistance and at a high, then there's a higher chance you can go bearish. London opened at a low in support, boom, 3 o'clock. Where do we go from there? It was bullish all day. So that's just one of the observations I made after back testing like this past year's worth of data. So I see price starting to push bullish. Again, this is what I'm looking for, but I need 2 full candle closes, a little pullback, and then an engulfing. And then for gold, I'm not looking for re-entries, you know. Just let it do its thing for the rest of the week. Not really touching that. If it hits, take profit, great. If it don't, then that's cool too. But yeah, that's my idea for the day.